So for them to really be able to see like whatever it is that we're doing those, and just know that like
Here's the sweet spot.
there's a sweet spot, yeah, so like from here to,
So maybe just for this exercise, if we move it up a little bit, just so we can, I want us to be able to see ourselves in the mirror do it.
yeah. We can move it up, or we can not move it up.
Yeah.
That better? Why don't you go over to the mirror? Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Okay. So here, let you guys see the mirror now.
Some of us is long past.
What?
It is anyway.
Our guest instructor from Calvary for the past.
So, yeah, so maybe you're there.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You just need to see Sean.
So you're getting me in the mirror.
Oh, you're getting us in here. All right.
So, if we feel that that concept, right? We'll step through thundering hammers. We'll count it right. One, the block. Right. We've got our points of contact. We've somewhat orbited them around. We have this loaded, and if we're feeling it now, the way it's written, right? 50-50. We come in with the hammer and the knee. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 100% by the book. 50-50. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to feel variant by feeling the loaded neutral bow, which we're going to use the power curve concept, because as I come in, I'm going to block. There's no way around, because I'm stepping forward. This foot will be a shock absorber for a little bit of weight, right?
Yeah.
Because I've hit the brakes, and then it's going to come back. But instead of it coming back simply to neutral, I'm going to let it rock a little bit more so I can feel, just like we shelf with the squat, I'm going to feel under my heel to my glute, right? And then I'm going to fire into the hammer,
Right.
kicking into, launching me into the close nail. 1, 2, right, which requires a little step there. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Look like you have a question there?
No, just work it through.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we were just, I'm adding a couple of layers for us to experiment with the feeling.
Yeah.
And then pressure test it a little bit with some back.
Yeah, some back and some different cadences too. You know,
Sure.
on the thundering hammers. Yeah. There's some people like that big 1, 2, right? And some people like a more situation. But breaking it down so that we can feel each one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm just using thundering hammers as a platform for us to explore this body power concept. So sound about the thundering hammers. Worries.
So again, so we want to go from here to our neutral,
Yeah, so
and
then,
then feel it. Kind of.
Sure.
So you want us to like rock in it in our bodies?
yeah, so it's gonna take the hands away
Okay.
first, right? And we'll step into our, like I said, we really want to feel biodynamic, so we're going to step into our neutral and feeling on that step, you know, it's the same reason why the outside of the front tires wears before the inside, right? Because the whole vehicle's leaning on them time you turn.
Yeah. No, I know.
Right? Yeah. And so we can feel that. So we're going to take and feel that where we usually just snap back right to center. We're going to let it rock into a load. So let's try neutral. Just we won't even take it all the way to the closed knee yet. We're just going to do the neutral shuffle.
Okay.
Right? It's still like fancy, right? Move. Very good. Move. Now let's try taking it all the way into the closed kneel. Right? So we're going to neutral, feel that power spring, and move. It's weird to do without the hands. Like, they really help.
Well, they move for
Yeah.
right?
So let's get the hands back in here. All right.
Yeah.
So stepping through it, of course, we'll put it together, stepping through it with these. So one, we're going to come in, we're going to feel it rock back and have our weighted, it'll be a fast count because our loaded, neutral bow. And then two will be to fire it into closed kneel and feeling that power, especially as we expand, as if there's strings attached to our fists that will pull the other up. Now, feel it like activated in the glute. All right.
You gotta go to the neck.
Okay.
You gotta go to the neck.
Gotta go to the neck. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Now let's put it together and let's say move. We're gonna feel our weight that way. As soon as it loads back, we can thrust. And again, important that we activate that glute like a sprinter taking off from the blocks. Move. Good. Move. All right. Now, let's add one more layer. Let's try taking it all the way, letting the power expand from our neutral, and this is loaded. I'm going to thrust myself into a shuffle forward bow. Except I lifted my leg off, which I didn't want to.
It's hard, right, to keep
Yeah,
in
we just
between.
That. 1, 2. Ready to try? All right. 1, 2.
Shuffle into a neutral?
No, we're going to neutral and then fire it into a step shuffle forward bow.
Oh, okay.
So we can add the hands back in, so of course we didn't take away one, and then instead of just loading straight into the closed kneel with the hip, we are firing our hip completely forward, and with it, the strike,
Okay.
which will, and again, we want to feel our power corkscrew down. So the power is doing this. Here, I'm going to turn into it. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Let's try putting it together. Oop. Good. Move. the idea that her and I were talking about, you know how there's collapsible expansion, deflection, thank you. Collapsible deflections. You know, let's say it's not much big, we're here, and we just carry that power in, right? Or punch, like he has on the video, punch, and the punch keeps coming into. So what if we can use the borrowed force on our lowercase, the same as we do in uppercase, with a collapsible deflection? And where I saw it, potentially, was we're in here, and as I corkscrew down, and I'm winding everything, full commitment in to this, bam, forward, bam. There's a still a energy on the table that if I can capitalize on it and let it recoil back in to the feeding me my hose needle. It takes the hammer and the knee slightly offbeat from each other, but can potentially sharpen the knee too, giving kind of an upper-lower double tap.
I mean, when I think about it, when I do this technique on you, I think what connects first is my knee. Honestly, if we look at it, I think you're absolutely right. It's one of them goes ahead of the other. They both hit at the same time.
It's hard to make them hit, especially because our legs are longer than our arms and so forth, right?
You want to have that, but I mean, just by the nature of a momentum, you're right.
Yeah.
Like one of them's the
One of
knee
those
is
probably
kind of,
the,
yeah.
So in this exploration, we're just choosing to make it the hammer and the knee by devoting all of our power to the hammer. So if I could, just for a visual, borrow you, we can show it. You want to come on the center? Oh, jeez. So you see, comes in, right? 10 out of 1. I'm gonna put everything, you know,
That's healed, but tender, so it's just.
understand. Oh, the foot. Yeah. No, it's not.
No toe sounds.
We really should tape it, not.
No, that's all right.
Because we
It's
tape
okay.
it, but for our visual. Right?
It breaks the healing.
We're just gonna stop.
Stump to toe. And this is where we end up snow tumbling. Thank you. This is where we go back to English class and then I talk. So, if I have this loaded and I get everything, right, because I orbited this and I BAM! Into the floor. I have this recoil that I'm going to half beat take in, right? And that's where we're trying to make it, even if I had to lift my heel up, which gives me then the ability to.
Which we do when you get in the store. Right, we lift that. We do that exact same thing when you get in the store.
Yeah.
Right, we're here. And
Yep.
we absolutely need.
And we do it so nice in class, but it's really
Hard to do.
shredding that leg.
I shouldn't break the knee.
Right.
Right.
The Achilles heel, or you just
Okay.
shred it. So, again, not changing the way Thundering Hammers is written, just exploring this power drop, and then feeling that,
Yeah.
bam, and then I can twist it, because we've been over it. I can,
Yeah. We make it, right?
Well, that should carry all the way over into your,
exactly.
all the way through.
But we need to do the same thing. So we're talking about, the screw, like,
Right.
you need the hands.
Oh, yeah.
You get in there
Yeah.
with-
Take the
with
correct
the
of those
knees,
legs.
right?
So it has this, we obviously need to practice it, but the power that I feel in that, it takes for me the thundering hammers to another level, because that you're not even dropping it down. There it is.
Yeah.
Right? And your legs in there. Makes you out of breath, but to actually, there's no way we can really do that in practice. You know,
Could once.
once, yes, sure.
Why are you using the forward bow in this exercise?
Because I'm giving my hips the full ability to rotate in. Right? Again, not changing thundering hammers. Just for this, no different than we would be here, and I could fire forward bow, full commitment, that
Rotational force.
and it allows me to drop
Yeah.
further, right? You know, I could probably a little bit, but that just the back foot doesn't turn. The rear knee feels really at a not a great angle.
Yeah.
So just exploring with, we come in and I'm giving everything I can to drop my energy, corkscrew it, and deliver as much energy of impact into the target as I can, as if this was the hit that's going to save my life. You know, that's the weapon we make. And so, now, could you close kneel here? Sure. I'm just trying to use the principle of connecting from the strike to your rear heel, that power from the ground up, right? Because it's loaded, and then collapsing it in, you know. And I know the technique is not written to go into a forward blow. It's just using it as a test.
No, okay.
Because
I'm not trying to
you can argue over it.
jump on you, but it's just it's so hard for me to split that in my head.
Right, because we've done,
Yeah,
Forever.
yeah.
and
I mean, you see it in what our yellow technique. I remember what it is, and
oh yeah.
yeah, and that's what's bugging me here too. To be honest, like landing such a powerful strike, but in a neutral block,
Yeah.
and not turning, and I'm like,
right.
why?
And come on the reverse, you want to go.
I do.
Totally,
I did,
right.
but I was like, no.
Because that feels so muted.
It
Like
does.
fighting my own body.
Yeah,
You know.
I struggled. But I'll tell you, with the hip, yeah, we're really fighting my foot to not turn.
Exactly.
But, you know, you can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
you can see it.
Oh
Just
yeah.
by keeping it. So I see what you're saying.
Exactly. And so that's where I was feeling, like I was saying in Shield Mace.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
that, but
it is.
then it gives me that. Yeah. Jump in the camera.
So, shield and mace, right up here. Right now. Yeah. So, he's coming in. Here. So you really
And I'm learning for these, like these, we need to be closer.
It's more here.
She's saying the angle is.
I'm just trying to put, so what I'm playing with is at least that point, right?
Yeah,
I could be right.
that's it right there.
Yeah, and then, it freaked you out. I gotta be able to do it without my hands so that I know where I'm.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I'm here. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be great in a forward bow from this angle because of where he is. All he has to do is lean on me and I'm back.
But I'm sure the other way though, we need to switch it.
So I do here, right? One.
That's right.
Yeah, she's ready.
Yeah. So now is my turn to that forward bow. Now, nice in position.
Yeah. Yes, so that,
Yeah.
so that drop right there is that same dropping and.
Mm-hmm.
And it feeds it because
Because-
it's the arm.
And it really is.
Shoots it up.
Yeah, so here, right, you just come right down on that. I'm being gentle. There's a kitty back there. But yeah, I mean, it really works as a lever, so that's why no forward bow. I had to figure it out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, because from here, this doesn't work yet for the defense. It does here.
What it does here.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh God, I just walked something. What? I did!
Yeah, as if I made it. Like you're doing.
Yeah.
Space. Right. Comes in.
Yeah.
And we're in that college.
Yeah, it should be right in there. There it is.
This power drop, we do the same thing. It's really like the opposite. It's a down.
This is,
And it's like a category division thing. And from here,
Yeah.
because I slam that, which slams this, coming back up. God, it just takes it to another level. We're gonna try.
A lot of thoughts on the 300.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, so I know what you're trying to do, and in my mind, I'm immediately thinking, well, that's not as effective as the technique. I know that's not what you're trying to do. I'm just saying, in my mind, it's revealing why the technique is effective the way it's written. In that, you've got speed issues there, you've got timing issues, and I think even as we very much like to understand that up with, like we're talking about the figure eights and going through that. This limits in that you're extended, so the time travel from here to here is that much more. And you're gonna, unless you get that time coming up here, but when you come in here, you're already, it's already whipping on its way around.
Yeah, it definitely is a shorter distance for the knee to travel.
The thing that, so what I did when I first was learning this, how to get that timing and striking right, was I beat the crap out of the back of my couch. And it was really awesome in that it taught the marriage of gravity in that. Because when you're first winding up and you're coming through, right, there's that, and you're like, oh, this is neat, until you start realizing it's that same loading, but you're loading with that drop.
Yeah, you have to be dropping with your knees.
Right.
While you're doing
And
it.
it's that
I
same,
mean, you don't have to, but you should.
and then as you wind,
Closed heels.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So that front heel almost pops off the ground, just a split. Wow! And when I started doing that, stupid, but my measure was the amount of dust kicking off the couch cushion.
That's cool.
So there was this, and then I pulled, and all of a sudden, when you get that, it's like, it was a huge difference. But that's what I was noticing in the timing, which I like the loading, by the way. So to load that and come in, as you're hitting here, this is already on its opposite axis, it's out of orbit. So as soon as you're hitting, it's immediate. And this, I think that's what you're talking about, the cadence. This is almost like a 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, boom. And then my arm is immediately coming back around for here. And then the elbow angle and all that stuff. But I think this is good because it's reminding us of all of this that should be working correctly when we're doing the correct technique. And it's generating
that power out of the stance.
Well, so just like a drum roll, like, it's hard to feel it when you're like, and you get that, the feeling in it. Same thing, like we were just doing, Mace, you don't, until you put it together, you don't really feel that, collaboration. With this, I was trying to break it down from first feeling it loading, getting that power, then feeling it loading, and from the heel, pushing my belt forward. So using a forward bow as a temporary destination to that. But then, once the hips are trained,
Be back.
okay. Once the hips are trained to do that, then you can take the full forward bow out of it and just use that lump to bring this leg with it. Right? So it was just otherwise, for me, it was easy to do this, but then I don't really have that full, too much arm.
The truth of the matter is, most people you see do it, it's soft.
Yep.
Almost everyone that you see come in, you're like, yeah. Even when they're doing technique, they've got a good swing in the arm. It's just fine. But so I wasn't arguing to the case. I was trying to back the case in that. Obviously, we're doing it on really. But that's, I can't remember who I saw. And the first time I saw somebody do it wasn't there. It was somebody else. I had a lot of power because of that. And they were doing it with this. So they were doing it with that initial, maybe surround. What do you do? And they were popping in and out. That same thing, I was noticing that front foot was popping. So they were coming in and it was a lift. Oh, so you were hearing like a double stomp. Anyways. So then you get that in there and you get like, there's many pops happening.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. I was even walking, like you're talking about loading earlier too, I was going to say, that's even in 1-4, when we're, same concept can be done.
Yes. So if we were to take, it's taking the stuff we know and just going back over it and shuffling it there. Because again, not to close the case on 30 hammers, I'm taking it out
Right.
of a little bit of how it's written just to practice the hip dynamic, you know. But then to take it right back into exactly how it's written, but with that, you know, because it just sends you into it, you know. It's like that how you start it is how you finish it kind of thing. And then looking at other, of course we saw Shield Mace. Yeah, your point is, you know, destructive kneel, you know, putting that, and then the turn and drop, because you and I have probably both seen so much of the in. When we were doing this self-defense seminar at the church, one of the kids, it was her first time really hitting something. Anyway, she wasn't even comfortable with it in the beginning. So Britt had her just get the feeling of making fists. And then we had a pad, and so to block the pad as if like a 5 swords, she would want to chase the pad, right? And you get that disconnect. And it was like, oh my God. Go for it. On a smaller version, take destructive kneel, because that was the same one that came to my mind, is how easy would it be to chase them down, right?
Yeah.
Tyler on the video was pointing out how in Delayed Sword, some people follow this down versus you knock it, you know.
Right.
Same thing, that instead of chasing it, launch yourself in and drop. Oh my God, is that different?
Well, too, yes. So with the Marriage of Gravity, when I went back and watched, this was last year, when I went back and watched Larry on a different video, but he was showing that where he's, you know, he come through and break, and instead of a lot of people, because he's showing a figure 8, so he's, you know, you come back in, and a lot of people are coming up here. It's actually down here. So when he's dropping in, he is, and then the figure 8.
Okay. Yeah.
All that, and you're dropping your gravity. And to me, I think Marriage of Gravity is one of the most funnest, to me, concepts of Jumbo.
I do too.
Because you don't realize how much sometimes you're using it, you don't even realize you're using it. But then when you're aware of it and you apply it, it changes the game.
My God, I know.
I mean, even just here, even that initial break, you're still doing it. Because if you think about it, you're rocking back, popping, and then immediately settling in, and then same thing. It's almost a little bit of a spring up, but not really. And then you drop into that. Oh, bless it.
And it just, you feel this radiating power, exactly.
And you start breathing like it's in there.
Yeah. And you know, I like that lower too, because I'm stronger here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this looks cool. It looks all like, I mean, it's so on, that's everything up here. But,
Is that Jamie? Is that Jamie?
No.
I didn't see a response from Cindy yet.
Huh?
I didn't see a response from Cindy yet.
Oh, right, no.
Okay.
No,
I'm
my
just checking.
phone's in here.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I extended it.
Okay, yeah. So, as you walked out, what we were saying was just summarizing that. I don't know if you heard it. My idea wasn't that the destination that we should start doing it to a forward bow, but rather using that as a layered practice to get the hips to move with the full delivery, so that once this is really trained in that, you can take because the power plant comes off of the heel, but once it's going in the contact, you know, I can take it back to the way it's written, so I don't, instead of take it to the, you know, and it comes in naturally.
Yeah.
Then we started looking at destructive meal, right? And how I was telling him at this seminar, the gal who was, you know, and I was watching the video, you can see how she wants to chase the target.
Yeah.
And in that moment, when I was watching the video, I remember thinking of destructive Neo. Because what I would sometimes feel, especially because I was doing it too far away, was like I'm chasing after him.
Yeah.
So we were talking about how that, and he was talking about power when we take that rotational in and it brings it. Plus, they're here. I mean, you might have taken it a little bit. This isn't a distance technique.
Same with thundering hammers. Unless
Right.
you take it a distance technique because you deliver
Yeah,
it
it's
forward.
close.
And then same thing. I'm loaded, you know, so I can, you know, send it and then load it and launching again, dropping. Funny you say about the marriage of gravity being so amazing. Some of the stuff you read, some people today are trying to delete it, saying that, well, marriage of gravity is just another, it's borrowed force, or it's a type of economy of motion. That's not its own thing. Sure, I see the point, but
We should ask Amanda about that. She's
what the difference, though, I think, is that gravity did it that.
Yeah.
Right? There was no, it wasn't borrowing any force from me or you. Like, it literally just. So if we can tie into that, merge gravity.
I think there's the best thing about those knees, those closed knees, is when the type of technique that we're doing on those is we're underneath a lot of body weight.
Yeah.
So as in thundering hammers, I'm moving him past me. He's going to be going this way, right? You know, and this helps keep me underneath him versus this, and he'd go right through me.
Right.
Again, it's the wrong stance to use for it. Not that what you're teaching was wrong, but I mean, let me follow through my process. Because, and then the same thing, right, with our hands here, right? Because theoretically, this is, I'm taking this momentum with me, right? So, getting up and again, dealing with forward momentum and creating that inertia response, that seatbelt response,
Yeah.
which requires that stance for whatever reason.
Well, and that's why I've learned.
And like, interesting. And then when I saw you turn and really drop over there, which is beautiful, by the way, that looking at the X,
Right.
that our feet, our knees are making, and driving that down.
And that's we can put the hip in it, even down there. Yeah.
The hip all the way over into it, right? So
Yeah.
you see what you're doing with creating that hip. Because you could do thundering hammers and not turn your hip all the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and that's what.
Well, that robs you of your proper strike, because then you stop it short. So yeah, that full rotation is what takes your strike through.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where you strike, you know, aiming, because I know I visualize I'm striking here, but I'm aiming for that kidney.
Yeah, exactly.
Through it. So if you were to can play with difference of really launching off that rear heel, turning your hips forward as you slam that in. Maybe place this wherever you want it.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Right, that works. Yeah.
Turn it. Open it. I felt that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I see are you doing the step with the foot? Because it had to, it felt like it.
Yeah.
But if you can, don't, if you're hurting, strike. I got the pad, strike my kitty back here, go through me.
I'm hurting.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take this big one.
The big one?
Right?
Yeah.
Get my shoulder.
Yeah. That was the one.
And that hurts. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel it all.
Yeah, because when you come around this way, it's not great. It really is a better, I think easier on the joint to strike from.
It is.
But
Once you
that
got
absolutely
something.
did, your hips were. So not only were your hips turned, but what was interesting, right, is instead of turned this way, your hips were turned towards the target you were aiming for.
Yeah, notice that.
The point
Felt
of
it.
it.
So it's almost like, you'll see, but it's almost like when we put, as soon as you get that load and it pops, this hip wants to point across where you're hitting up.
Nice. Okay, good.
So it's not here, it's here.
Yeah.
Just don't go straight, make sure you keep it right.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Didn't open the hips that time. So I'm going to not open the hips. I'm going to try to do it before and after. See. Yeah.
Big difference.
So
You can feel it go from here to here.
yeah, that's a
Generate part of that whole thing.
power thing that fills the body. Oh my God. So for fun and to save our rich ends, let's try it once. Those are in with a palm heel of kind of an anchored, right?
I gotta get back to work though.
Oh, okay, sorry. We can close that. We can close that.
Oh, it's okay. I just gotta get my stuff done.
Yes, I got it at work too. Well, so just an idea. Maybe you could come next time. We can start thinking of techniques because I'm trying to think of where else we can apply this. And I'm going to the techniques that I've struggled to find what I felt was like really convincing power. One would maybe be twirling wings,
Oh, yeah.
right? So if I got that drop and that launch off the rear heel here and right through it, and then we do the same.
Torque back. It feeds it, so
Yeah.
the knee and the elbow are working together on that really nicely.
And then we see it's in the same family as thundering, flashing, and destructive.
Because where it is really, they're just our armies.
Armies, yes. Oh, so we broke a sweat.
Yeah.
And the armies are
Almost broke my arm. It's good.
That's tough, man. When you beat that hard, you feel it out there. You're like, it hurts right now. It's hurting.
Yeah.
But, like you said, if that was on a belly, or wrist, or
yeah.
arm,
Up under the solar plexus, right,
Yeah.
is where,
bladder.
right under the bladder, like right up in here is too. Nice job. Thanks for entertaining all the questions. Hard.
And
right?
thanks for exploring that with me. It's like I couldn't, this was my first time working it out outside of my head.
You did great. You did great. You've been working on this for days.
Yeah.
Like I see him, Sean, he's like this.